In the top stories, Alliance Française empowering youth through language, culture, and environmental awareness. Bahamian opposition MP throws mace out of window during Parliament, and Arizona reproductive rights advocates challenge 15-week abortion ban. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today's Thursday, December 5th, 2024. I'm Scotty Sia Hendrickson. Nationally, the Alliance Française of St. Kitts and Nevis, with the financial support of the Embassy of France to the Eastern Caribbean states, Barbados, and the OECS, is launching a new educational project, Naturally Learn French. This initiative, which runs from November 2024 to April 2025, aims to provide 6 months of free French language courses and cultural activities on the theme of environment for 12 adolescents aged 11 to 15. This project serves as a continuation of the Alliance Française Alliance Verte initiative, supported by the Global Environment Facility's Small Grants Program of the United Nations Development Program. Naturally Learn French is designed to instill environmental awareness and promote sustainable behaviors and to teach the French language and culture. The program seeks to foster a connection between individuals, society, and the environment, encouraging long-term changes in attitudes towards environmental sustainability. Each participant will benefit from weekly French language instruction, complemented by a cultural activity each month centered around environmental themes. Additionally, the project features digital correspondence with students from Guadeloupe, fostering cross-cultural learning and international connections. This part of the program is facilitated by the association DJTAL from Guadeloupe. The project will culminate in a special event showcasing the participants' creations and celebrating their achievements throughout the program. Bisha Christian, a daughter of the soil, has graduated her master's degree program in sustainable lands and cities from University of Edinburgh. The Ministry of Sustainable Development and International Union for Conservation of Nature said they are pleased. Bisha Christian, who was one of its recent scholarship awardees, who works at the Department of Agriculture, was awarded a postgraduate scholarship in 2023 and graduated in November 2024. The Sustainable Lands and Cities program focuses on the fundamental nature of land, how it can be defined, understood, managed, and used. It equips students with the skills to influence and create resilient and sustainable relationships between lands and cities. The scholarship program was established to build the capacity of public servants in specialized areas, including geographic information systems, land use planning, and natural resource management. 7 students from St. Kitts and Nevis received the scholarship under the Global Environment Facility Fund project, improving environmental management through sustainable land management. The St. Kitts Electricity Company has announced the promotion of Kenrod Roberts to engineering manager following his nearly 3-year tenure as assistant engineering manager. In his new role, Roberts will assume full oversight of the company's technical operations. Skelec expressed confidence that his leadership will lead to significant improvements in its technical department. The company extended its best wishes to Roberts as he takes on this new responsibility. In regional news, a protest unfolded in the Bahamas House of Parliament on Wednesday morning when a member of parliament threw the ceremonial mace through a window, escalating tensions during a debate about corruption. The incident occurred amid growing controversy following the recent arrest of several high-ranking Bahamian police officials in Florida as part of a cocaine sting operation. This development has intensified public outrage and pressure on the government. Prime Minister Philip Davis confirmed the resignation of Commissioner of Police Clayton Leroy Fernander, which added the already charged atmosphere within the House of Assembly. The debate became particularly heated as MPs exchanged sharp words with the Speaker of Parliament. In an unexpected moment, an MP walked to the Speaker's desk, grabbed the mace, a symbol of parliamentary authority, and threw it out a window, interrupting the session. Police officers quickly intervened, arresting the MP responsible and 2 others involved in the disturbance. Videos circulating online showed the MPs being escorted out of the building by law enforcement. Meanwhile, outside the parliament, opposition supporters, already gathered to protest the corruption allegations, grew more vocal as news of the events inside spread. Prime Minister Davis, describing the incident as a quote-unquote disgrace, left the assembly shortly after the commotion began. The MP, arrested inside Parliament, were later seen mingling with protesters outside, adding to the political tension in the country. In other regional news, the Caribbean Development Bank has elected Daniel Best as its 7th president, the Board of Governors announced on Wednesday. With over 20 years of experience in development finance, policy planning, and infrastructure investment, Best is poised to lead the CDB into an era of regional transformation. Our Barbadian national, Best has spent over 15 years with the CDB, holding progressively senior positions, including director of the projects department. Most recently, he has served as senior infrastructure and development advisor to the Prime Minister of Barbados on secondment from the bank. Best holds a master's in business administration from the University of Durham, a master's degree in construction engineering and management, and a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from the University of the West Indies. He is also an accredited project management professional. In international news, reproductive rights groups filed a lawsuit against Arizona on Tuesday, aiming to overturn a 15-week abortion ban that conflicts with a recent state constitutional amendment granting abortion access up to fetal viability. The ACLU, Planned Parenthood, and Center for Reproductive Rights filed a lawsuit on behalf of Planned Parenthood and 2 physicians, arguing that the law violates the fundamental right of abortion and individual autonomy. The 15-week ban was passed by the Republican-controlled legislature before the U.S. Supreme Court's 2022 decision overturning Roe v. Wade, but did not take effect until after. Democratic Attorney General Chris Mayes has agreed not to enforce the law while the lawsuit proceeds. Governor Katie Hobbs also called for the ban to be removed, citing voter support for reproductive freedom. The lawsuit challenges the enforcement of the ban, which includes criminal penalties for providers who perform abortions after 15 weeks, except in medical emergencies. ACLU attorney Rebecca Chan emphasized that further action is needed to fully implement the state's constitutional protections. Arizona was one of 5 states where voters approved ballot measures in 2024 to protect abortion rights. The new constitutional amendment allows abortion access up to fetal viability, typically around 21 weeks, and after if necessary to protect the health or life of the mother. Katie Harrod, president of the Conservative Center for Arizona Policy, criticized the lawsuit, stating that the plaintiffs showed disregard for the life of the unborn. Reproductive rights groups are also challenging restrictive abortion laws in other states, such as Missouri, where a similar constitutional amendment is facing opposition from the state's Republican Attorney General. In other international news, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol is facing impeachment after declaring martial law on Wednesday, which lasted only 6 hours before the National Assembly overruled him. The opposition parties accusing Yoon of an unconstitutional quote-unquote coup, submitted a motion for his impeachment. Yoon replaced Defense Minister Kim Yong-hayon, who had recommended the martial law declaration and took responsibility for the decision. The impeachment motion also targets other officials linked to the martial law. Although the opposition has insufficient support to pass the motion on its own, divisions within Yoon's People Power Party could impact the outcome. Yoon's martial law order sparked widespread protests, with many seeing it as a threat to democracy. Thousands rallied for his resignation, while his supporters defended his actions. Yoon's government has worked to reassure both the public and foreign governments amid growing concerns. And now for the weather. Present weather is cloudy skies. Winds are a gentle breeze of 10 miles per hour from the east. The temperature today is 28 degrees Celsius or 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1.2 to 1.8 meters or 4 to 6 feet. Weather forecast for today will be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a 70% or high chance of morning showers, with gradual improvement going into the afternoon. Tonight is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of brief passing showers overnight. Sunset today will be at 5:36 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:28 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotty Hendrickson.